Hey, Hodies, welcome. This episode is dedicated to the ones with no filter. And I feel like you know the kind of people I'm talking about. It's definitely a level of confidence that some people have where they just say things that a lot of people wouldn't say. And I'm specifically speaking, well, really, it's just when people simply speak their mind, to be honest, because a lot of people are afraid to say how they really feel. Because to speak your mind, this takes strength. This takes vulnerability. And that's why it stands out. You know, I was with someone yesterday. I was checking out and the woman goes, "Thanks for the money, fan." I go, "Yeah, I make everything art." I said, "I'm an artist, but aren't we all?" And she goes, "I would not call all of us artists." She goes, "Some people have nothing to offer or put BS out there," along the lines of that. And I was like, I resonate. And it's, if not these people, then who? And even to the people who, even if you disagree, okay, and so what? If you disagree, then talk your shit. I'm not here to tell you what to think. I'm here to remind you of you. So if you disagree, okay, offer a solution, say something about it. But, for in this example, she has a point there. Because when we say artist, I guess it comes with context. Because I guess you can look at everyone as an artist if you want to, artist as in creator. And you could see everything as art. But I think oftentimes when we talk about humans being artists, it's often associated with careers in the arts like music or painting, filming, I don't know, what else? Things like that. I think, what did she do? She goes, "I would call myself an artist," because she crochets. She said something like that. It was just a quick conversation, but I know this girl tells it like it is. I've spoken to her before. She's a fun character. So that brings me to the ones who give tough love, because this type of love is so rare. And this type of love is hard for people to take because this comes off harsh, tough love. But keep in mind, tough love is love. It's not hate. That's a different frequency. I'm saying tough love, but it doesn't feel like love to people. To a lot of people, truth is love, and the truth hurts sometimes. Love is harsh. Love is everything. And if you are someone who's able to take this, ooh, you will reach heights. You will reach crazy heights. Because if not, you limit yourself. If not, you stay ignorant. If not, you make life harder for you. And to the people who maybe have a filter or wear a mask, and there's so much to this, I'm just thinking maybe if you're in a situation where you're giving a presentation to a crowd of 200. I perform, right? So maybe there's a time and place for things, context here. So maybe it doesn't feel like the right time or place, or maybe you literally don't have the time. Say you're on stage for this, whatever. It doesn't always make sense to have no filter, let's say. You know what I mean? But I'm not completely speaking. Well, not at all. speaking to the ones who are trying to misunderstand me. But I do think it's powerful to give examples like that, because even if you're not someone who's trying to misunderstand another person, you can sometimes, I think of examples of things where what is said maybe wouldn't make sense. But there's two sides to everything. There's two sides to everything. And I'm not telling you what's right. I'm here to remind you of you. And if something deeply resonates with you, maybe, and here's something else that's so beautiful. Maybe you're just simply not the person who wouldn't say some of these things that others with no filter would say. Like I've often had the thought, wow, there are so many things that other people say that I just don't picture coming out of my mouth, right? And they're hilarious and they're truthful, but that's simply because that is that person. Maybe I say the same thing just in a different way, or maybe I don't say what they say, and maybe there are things that I share and say that they wouldn't say. And that's the truth. Everyone brings something different to the table. And this is so beautiful because when you're all vibrating high, love looks so different. Love comes through in so many ways. And just because you don't say something that maybe this person next to you would say, that doesn't mean that you both aren't coming from love. It just looks different. And that's the beauty of this experience. And I just want to point this out because another word that I want to mention that I often hear people use is the term oversharing. And I feel like that term has just circled the internet because there's two sides to everything, right? It's just become a norm for people to get so personal on the internet, so personal. And sometimes that can affect someone in a negative way, but sometimes that can open people's hearts. Sometimes people can relate and resonate with that so much. Sometimes when someone gets so personal, that can change someone else's life. This goes before the internet. This goes for books and conversation. The internet is just exposing this to the world, your message. And so it's nothing new here. And to the people who use this word, oversharing, speak for yourself. Maybe that doesn't resonate with you. Maybe you don't share these types of personal things, but maybe you share other things. Or maybe you do share personal things, but you don't share this side of things, or whatever it looks like. You do you, hottie. Again, if someone uses that term, I don't know, in my opinion, it's like you're coming from your lower nature, because someone who's vibrating so high, I feel like wouldn't even use that word. They wouldn't even bother. It's like they wouldn't even waste their time. That's how I see things. There's some people I would never picture saying that word. I'm one person and I could think of a lot of people. It just, why? Let's move on. Give me a solution. Or move past it. I just imagine someone not even commenting on that. Bye. Moving along. Back to my focus. And if you bring yourself down to that frequency, then that's what you are. If you play there a lot, well, something in you resonates with that, and something in you feels okay to be in that state. Part of you agrees to be in that state and operate from your lower nature. And so you see, it's like what you respond to shows a reflection of you. It's all a mirror. So, to the ones with no filter, keep doing you, hottie. The world needs more of you. Because it's not easy It's not easy to say things that a lot of people wouldn't say. It's not easy to be really strong. That takes time. That takes a lot of building. It takes a lot of courage. I'm trying to think of other examples of someone having no filter. But, oh, kids? No filter. One thing I love about kids. Anyway, I could sit here and try to whatever. Maybe in another episode, I'll give you some more because I think getting specific and examples are so powerful. But I'll end on, if there's something in you that feels some kind of way about something and you hear no one talking about it, maybe this is something that you need to say. And maybe that courage and that love will inspire someone else to share the same thing or their message. That's powerful. With that being said, you know what to do. You always knew. Talk soon.